Gentlemen, we must go. We must go, gentlemen. I hope you're ready to go. Gentlemen, I got a new controller. I got a new controller. It looks very similar to the old controller. Any focusers, man? Any focusers? Hello? Brother. Thank you. Yeah, you like that? You like that? Ooh. Pretty. Very pretty. Gentlemen, I've been seeing other streamers play Eldendul, which is Elden Ring Wordle. Finger the Tarnished. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, man. Name the character. Gentlemen, let's do a little bit of Eldendul while we're waiting. Who do I want to start with? Fucking old shit boy. Let's go Horn Scent. What does 0 runes mean? Okay, male, melee, no runes. What the fuck does 0 runes mean? Is this how many runes they give? Gentlemen, any knowers? Any knowers? Drop 0 runes? He really dropped 0 runes? That's crazy. Okay, what about Vare? Okay, he's in, so base game. Could have figured that one out. Melee, male, no runes, base game. Fucking Kenneth. Oh, it can't be Limgrave. It can't be Limgrave. And Kenneth apparently drops runes. Who would have known? Not me. Not me, man. Okay, can't be Limgrave. This could be Topes. No, Topes is magic. Could be Magnus? Is Magnus not in here? Really? All right. Not Golden Order, not Lord of Blood, not Horn Scent. Dung Eater. No, he can't be tarnished. He can't be tarnished. Can't be human, tarnished, or Horn Scent. Okay, well shit, it can't be human. Male, melee, non-human, non-tarnished. I'm eating a banger baguette right now. Today's the day. You would hope so. Yeah, I guess it could be Blythe. Could be Alex. I think those guys drop runes though. Let's give it a try. Okay, not a half wolf. Blythe is apparently Limgrave. And he apparently drops runes. Okay. Can't be Bach because he's in Limgrave. Shabriri. God damn. Okay, so it's not mountaintops. Dude. Oh, I get to know the species. Oh, look at that. All right. I missed this hint. Misbegotten. Leonine? Can't do the Crusader. Is Leonine, is this also considered Limgrave, or is this? Okay, no. Weeping Peninsula is a different spot. Obviously, it takes ruins. All right, gentlemen. Affiliation misbegotten. Okay, wait, hold on. This is a misbegotten dude that isn't affiliated with the misbegotten in the round table. Dude, what? Oh, Hugh. Look at that. I forgot about Hugh. Fewer guesses than 9% of Tarnish today. Wow. I'm doing great, gentlemen. We did a great job. Did a great job. All right, let's go play. Let's go play. Hello? Gentlemen, my controller isn't working. Damn it, gentlemen. What? Why? Oh, I think I actually know why. Hold on. It was on wireless connectivity mode. Okay, it's working now, but for some reason, dude, okay, it's already pissing me off. It's pissing me off because it has inbuilt sound things, and I already told them to disable, and they're not disabled. Gentlemen, controller's already pissing me off. Look at this, though. I mapped. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I mapped a button. I mapped a button to my controller. That opens that thing for me now. That's pretty cool, ain't it? All right, controller's cool. Okay, gentlemen. Hello? What, man? I don't know what the fuck all that was. I don't know what the fuck all that was, homie. Moog Shackle, huh? Alright, let's take it. We must go. Vitra's out. Oh, thank you for the 2 pounds. Appreciate you. Sinani with the 2 pounds as well. Thank you. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So much British currency, it's true. Bearded Banana, thank you for the 5 months of Prime. Well, I suppose it's good to know where these dickheads are. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's put these over here. Whooped. Gentlemen, I'm pressing the new buttons on my controller and I'm trying to get used to it. But I also feel myself thinking. Thinking about what to press. And I don't like it. Thank you. All right. Mr. Kale, what you got for me? Smithing 3s. Okay. Oh, on the shorts feed, I need to turn back on the tracking thing. Gentlemen, what do you think of the shorts overlay, gentlemen? If you're on Twitch on your phone, turn it vertical. If you're on YouTube, I don't think you can do anything. I really don't know. Oh, gentlemen, also... GamerSupps had some big news. GamerSupps had some big news. Actually, before I tell you that, maybe I should make sure that it's public. Hold on. Yeah, it's public. Gentlemen. They launched Tub subscriptions, boys. Been waiting forever for them to launch Tub subscriptions, and they finally did. They finally did. So if you need your consistent resupping, go check out the GamerSupps sub subscriptions. When the new packs coming? What does that mean? New packs. Pokemon packs? Code Budget gets you 10% off, gentlemen. 10% off. Cheeky also launched their deodorant recently. Or they're launching the Touch Grass scent tomorrow. Code Budget 10% off, gentlemen. Think chat uses deodorant? Lord help me, I hope they do. All right.
Name's Bernard. Let me ask, are you here? Does your face, despite takes me any interest? All I know now's the time.
Oh. Oh. Nice. All right. All right, man. Okay. Now, I do believe upgrading this weapon is going to be a tiny bit expensive. Renasty does deliver. I don't like the noises happening over there.
Forgive.
Can I get a better description of what the challenge is? I don't think so. Because I think if I try to answer that question, I'm just going to read the title to you. And at that point... The fuck is that? Oh, it's a... Wait, what is that? Zamor? Okay. Kind of looked like a beast man for a second. Sex man, yeah. Hello? Get off the horse, please. Oh my good God, dude.
Are you here as a customer?
You must go. Okay, smithing 4s. Alright, we actually find ourselves in quite a nice spot here. We do, however, need to find a single smithing 2 or a single somber 3. The moment we find another somber weapon, we're going to go to somber 2, which is a smithing 5 equivalent. But we need an extra little bit of help right around that spot before we can continue forward. Before we can get our upgrades really cooking. Fire's deadly sin. Oh, we were just having all kinds of fun with that yesterday. Okay. Oh. Wow. 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 Okay, we're having some fucking luck here, dude. Having some fucking luck with it. This is why we must go, gentlemen. There is nothing but go. I got smithing 2s, which combined with everything we got so far, we're gonna get a pretty juicy upgrade level here.
to determine if you had. It seems torrent, whereas there is, but I can take gathering. Very well. Let my hand rest.
Okay. Whoopsie.
Welcome to the I teach and explore so that one ensuring. By the way, you most tarnish you are well.
Okay, he has smithing ones, but we're already past the point of needing those, gentlemen. Okay, he's got smithing too. But again, also past the point of needing those. Now, somebody had 3s. It might have been Bernasty. It was not Bernasty. Alright. Okay. Well, in that case, I think we should try to get to plus 10 right now, maybe? I've got no sombers. Let's see what the somber situation is in the shops. Okay, the somber situation is bad. So I can get to plus 12, plus 13. I just have to spend a lot of money to do it. Alright, it should be fine. Let's go 12. That's a somber 5 equivalent. Okay, and let's sell some stuff off. I do actually really like Prayerful Strike here. Okay. And yeah, we're just targeting the upgrades onto the shield, despite the fact that it's quite expensive. Okay, we we got it at plus 7. I don't have any extra options because I'm not the richest man right now. But we're doing very good on stones. I have all the stones to get plus 12. The fact that we have it plus 7 is really quite nice. Because that's Somber 3. So that's good. That's like the first big barrier to clear. Alberto, thank you for the Unk Alert. I appreciate you. Okay, more Somber 3s. Somber 9. Or Smithing 3s, I should say. And Somber 9. And Amy gifting to Agrat. Thank you, Amy. And Bearded Banana. I think I caught your prime. But just in case I didn't. Thank you, thank you. Okay, my game's really fucking dark again. I don't know what I did, but it's really dark again. It was not dark for a while, but now it's dark. Revenant, huh? I'm halfway hoping for like a really light smithing weapon to make the upgrade cost cheaper. But in that same vein, Royal Knight's Resolve. I could get a little fucked over by a somber weapon, I think, that I wouldn't exactly want to be picking up quite yet.
Please, I'm hungry.
Wow, another Smithing 5. As well as a Somber 4, but we're... Oh, infinite kukris as well. Okay, that's all quite nice. That's a nice little shop right there. I wish we knew how many bosses Bushy has killed in 74 runs. Well, this is run number 75. And you guys want me... Let me show you something. Let me show you something that I made. Let me show you something that I made, gentlemen. I made a spreadsheet. Made a spreadsheet that's tracked through run number 72. I've been playing... Through run 72, I've played 158 hours and killed 2,139 bosses. It's been a process.
Well, I took you for no man to lay out your arm.
It's been a process, gentlemen. Alright, let's see if we can properly upgrade our stuff now. Yeah, I mean, we're still gonna come up short here. Oh, dude, I'm a little concerned because our rune situation is quite bad. Our weapon upgrade situation is not, but our rune situation is. Great Fatness, thank you for the 1,000 jewels. It's gonna make being regular load hard. Oh. It's not gonna matter. Yeah, I mean, that's heavy load on a horse for you. Alright. We must go. Dude, god damn it. I hate when... Like, what is this stupid... Okay, I'm sorry. I'm about to crash out. I'm about to crash out on the randomizer. Randomizer doesn't deserve it. The randomizer's great. However, why is there a box that fucking breaks it every time you click it right below the reroll seed button? Why is it there? We had to get a bad run out of the way in order to usher the good luck. No, that run was incredibly lucky. But gentlemen, I can't lie to you. I'm also trying to get used to this new controller, and I feel my brain going into overdrive trying to figure out how to like adjust my muscle memory. But also I feel like I should. Blessing of America, that's quite good. I feel like I should because there's some cool, useful stuff. There's some cool, useful stuff that I can do with this controller if I just get used to it. Pata's a really good weapon, by the way. It's unfortunately at a spot in the run where I'm probably never going to use it. Alright, time to kill me, thank you. Oh yeah, suck my shit, cuzzo. Suck my shit. Alright, goodbye, Pata. You will be missed. You unfortunately have been replaced with an absolute piece of dog shit. Alright, gentlemen. Let us do Limgrave once again, gentlemen. Oh, damn it, dude. I forgot to start recording. David! If this is a run that has to get uploaded, get fucked. Because I didn't record earlier. Oh! Oh, first pickup, smithing ones. Oh my goodness.
But I can also that you're not. Then why not? I am caught.
Smithing 3? A smithing 3 is actually a really, really key find. Because it lets us bypass Somber 3. Okay, Pata is quite late. But I don't really... Wow, I do have things to sell. That's shocking. Okay. Let's take Pata to smithing 2. That means we'll get Somber drops at Somber 1. And we'll get smithing drops at +2. Does it feel good to the hand since it's kind of DualSense, but not really? No, it feels awkward, but that's to be expected. The back buttons do feel more usable than other back buttons I've had to play with.
Have they, sir? But you, I can play turning root to 80.
Yeah, I've had a max level upgrade a couple of times. Probably like twice.
It will summon torrent.
It's very uncommon. That's a good pickup. We love to have early cold attunement. Okay, another smithing 3. We're looking for Smithing 2s. Yeah. I mean, the Somber 2 honestly isn't even that much of a help. Because we still need smithing 2s. Merv, thank you for the tier 1. Somber 5. Alright, gentlemen. What the fuck? Thank you. Smithing 6. Shamshear. Shamshear's pretty light, I think. Yeah, lighter than the Pata.
Name's Bernard. Let me ask, are you here? Does your face despite? Not name's Bernard. Let me ask, are you here? Does your face despite? Takes me any interest. All I know. Now's the time.
Okay, well, we now have access to 3 smithing 3s, which is quite nice. But we don't have the 2s yet. Durgan. Putrid Avatar. Can you hear me? Well, you know, our luck actually does look pretty good. But I feel very uncomfortable with this controller right now, and I'm just trying to get used to it. So I say, if I get comfortable with it today, that's a success. Soiled the loincloth. Urge. Who doesn't love a little bit of soiled loincloth, gentlemen? Know what I'm saying? Okay, Somber 2. Technically matters. Okay, I perhaps will take advantage of it. Godslayer's Seal is tempting. But I would need to find like 3 smithing 2s to even think about it. Because as it stands, we're just going to use this Somber 2 on this Gargoyle's Axe and then hope that we get a Somber 3 or 1 smithing 2. That's the downside. Okay, Spike Club. That's the downside of finding smithing 1s and a Somber 2. Because the Somber 2 doesn't actually represent, like, much of anything. Because in order to continue your upgrading, you need a Somber 2 in addition to either a smithing 2. Oh, okay, let's lock the fuck in. Jesus Christ. All right.
to determine if you had. It seems torrent, whereas there is, but I can take.
Yeah, a Somber 2 doesn't actually, like, save you time on anything or like, skip any items that you have to find. You either have to find the next in the Somber chain, like you always would have to, or you have to find smithing 2s. If you don't find the Somber 2, you have to find smithing 2s, and if you do find the Somber 2, you have to find smithing 2s. So it doesn't actually save you much of anything to find the Somber 2. Okay, smithing 3s. All right. It's Zeke. Thank you for the 5 months. Is that a 3? Holy shit, that's a 3. It also doesn't help that Somber 3 is like one of the rarest upgrade mats in the game. So Somber 2 can end up feeling like a real cap.
You'll no matter loud, you're a...
Okay, I need that. Alright. Okay, and we've successfully gotten to Somber 3 now. Which, I guess I didn't check to see if we have, like, 4s or something available somewhere. I suppose that's a chance. We've got 5s. We've got Somber 5s, no problem. Our upgrade levels have been super nice. Super nice. Okay, yeah, I mean, we do have a 4. Do have a Somber 4. Already holding a Somber 5. Okay. I mean, I can think about it. I am concerned about over-upgrading again, though. Because I think on the last run, I spent too much runes on weapon upgrades and not enough runes on character. And that caused an issue. I mean, let's see. What's our... We don't need those anymore. Or those. Or that. Yeah, I mean, we don't have... We don't have the runes for that right now. But we can get Somber 5 at this point. Nolfi, thank you for the 440 jewels. Appreciate you. Okay, 7, 8. I think it's better to boss hunt early or like father everything, gather everything. The best strat is obviously to gather everything first, or with like some strategic considerations. The reason why you wouldn't do that is if it kills your soul to go do that. But that, like, it's just gonna make you stronger. Dragon. Iron Cleaver +7. Okay. Falx +3. All right. Well, we have things to consider.
Well, are you please? I'm hungry.
After the we must go moment, he's back to more disciplined. I'm not. We must go. Listen, that was not some sort of fucking manic episode. That was a realization and an epiphany. I understand that you guys don't get it, but that's all right. You don't have to. We must go. Because if I get all attached to the outcome, and I start playing like a little baby back bitch, I'm gonna die. So I just need to go and fuck it up and go again until I'm so comfortable with fucking it up that it doesn't even scare me. Which is why we must go. I did miss an item. I do want it. Oh, I do kind of need to go back to round table right now. And then make a decision. Because we can buy smithing 3s. We have options to upgrade smithing or somber here. It's just a question of which is going to be cheaper. Okay, so I could go Somber 4, Somber 5. We have... Alternatively, we could use smithing 3s. I need 1 3. Need to buy 1 3, and then ideally 3 4s. I have 1 4, though. So I could go plus 10, which would be a Somber 4 equivalent, or I could just buy the Somber 4. Somber 4 is kind of expensive, though, ain't it? 4,800's a lot. Alright, I think for that reason it makes sense to do it like this. And then we're going to want to try to find another somber weapon, but if we don't get one, it's not the biggest deal because our current upgrade level is already pretty alright. Alright, shield's cheapest. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, and then we've got the Somber 5 on deck. Ready to use. And then Somber 6 is looking to be a little bit of a holdup. Okay, well, we cashed in on our upgrades that we put on the shield, but don't get to upgrade further because I didn't roll a Somber. What did Bernasty have? Did Bernasty have smithing 4s? Maybe a Somber 6? Let's take a peek. Get a smithing 3. Okay. Yeah, I mean, our upgrade level is really quite nice. Character level remains to be seen. But let's see. Somber weapon would be a nice pull. Smithing 5, smithing 8s, whip. Okay, I don't really... Oh, Sword of Night and Flame. All right. All right. So, yes, 6 is going to end up being a holdup. But we're going to have a Somber 5 weapon before killing anything.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your own.
Okay, let's do it. Don't need 2 of those. I'll hold somber copies. Okay. All right. And I am still going to get some equip load. Our health is going to be bad. But it will be made up for quickly. Okay, let's do it. I'll take that. That was actually pretty decent damage. Ground slam. Okay. I saw a putrid avatar somewhere, didn't I? Like, this is a great spot for... Yeah, perfect. This is a great time to be taking advantage of this. All right. Looks good to me. I feel like we're playing from yesterday's stream on day 1 patch. I'm not grabbing items in here. I'm just killing the boss. Okay, and our character level is getting to be appropriate really quickly. As it always does. I do think there was one near Burnasty. I do remember that. Wow. All right. Academy Glintstone Key, huh? Okay, let's go over to Deathbird first, and then we can come back and do Burnasty's arena. Okay, I'm gonna pull him over here. Okay. Yeah, this is a really good weapon upgrade level for sure. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Oh boy. All right. Kydemus, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. What happens if I make it daytime? Does it get brighter in here? shocked how you didn't get bleed there. From how I didn't get... Those weapons don't do bleed. Okay, dude, I don't know what's happening. For whatever reason, my game was a lot brighter in these caves before I did the day one patch, and now it's really dark again, and I can't fucking see anything. Get smoked, idiot. Absolutely smoky dokied. Okay, flask upgrades are great.
This way, tarnished. May I have a word? A play I am the witch. I'd heard and upon the talk thou art possessed call forth. I was
The lantern being bugged yesterday was weird too. Well, that was probably just that patch being that patch. Is my guess. I still have a factor code. I do. You can go watch the most recent video I posted, the brown only video. There's a link below that video. If you want. Uncle JP, thank you for the prime. How many hours do I have on Elden Ring? A lot. Couldn't tell you. It doesn't track properly. Caveatage, thank you for the 6 months. I appreciate you. Hello. Goodbye. A little bit of pickled neck. Know what I'm saying, chat? I should probably go talk to the merchants, huh? They might have the Somber 6 that I'm looking for. We've got Patches and Feet Woman to talk to. Oh. All right. Hello, big man. Ow. Goodbye, big man. Ooh, all right. Actually getting a useful great rune nice and early. Hello. Oh boy. Don't like to see that guy walking. It's fine. Yeah, Dragon Barrow immediately after Limgrave. I like it. We must go. We must go, gentlemen. Dude, it's so dark. I can't see a single fucking thing. And I have no idea what's causing it. It was so nice, man. It was so nice how I could see things in the caves for like a week. Yeah, man. Just fucking dodge my shit, man. Dodge my shit. And always turn up in-game brightness. I mean, maybe it got reset, but, yeah, no, it's maxed out. Yeah, and to be fair to myself, I don't know if it looks differently to you guys, but on my screen, the right icon is not barely visible. I don't know why. Is it because, like, some weird HDR shit or something? I don't know. What happens if I... What happens if I turn off ray tracing? You guys set it to really have it barely visible? No, I just turn it to max every time, no matter what. I think it's still a little fucky. Oh, hello. They're sucking me smooth. Sucking me smooth off. Yeah, I mean, HDR is off. Adjust image quality. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well then. May the golden
Okay, I didn't need somber 5s. Why am I here? Patches. Wow. That would be the somber 6. Meaning that we can go all the way to somber 8 at least. It's like Night Rain HDR settings can only be accessed in full screen mode. Alright. Let's turn it on, and then it's gonna look like pee-pee poo-poo. Not on my screen, but it does look like pee-pee poo-poo on the recording. Yeah, I mean, it still looks pretty fucking dark.
Well, I took you for it, no matter. It's lay out your arm.
Yeah, Nvidia's probably trying to cuck me or something. Alright, we don't need those either. I don't think we need ground slam. Okay. So, I want to buy a 6.
I can happen. May the gold.
Want to buy a somber 6, and then if I can find a somber 9, it's also good. I don't know if we have access to somber 9 anywhere. Nope. But it's not a huge deal.
Back or no matter.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, somber 8 in Limgrave is good. Yeah, I mean, this is early upgrade levels for sure. Which puts us at plus 20. So we need 1 7, 1 smithing 7, 3 8s, and the ancient dragon smithing stone. So if I get a smithing weapon, I'm gonna need to find 1 7. We're a smithing weapon and 1 7 away from max upgrade. I was really expecting that to one-shot him. Not gonna lie. Okay, Fire Scorpion is really nice to see right here. It's actually useful, and we want to be getting through it. Why don't we activate Radon's Great Rune? Well, that would be breaking region lock. So, we don't do it because it's against the rules. Alright, well, there's the smithing 7s. So, yeah, we're a smithing weapon away from max upgrades now.
I am sorry you here. I dare say you're... Oh well, but one must... I was as a revile. You still? Very well, but I refuse to anticipate.
Okay, Weather Dagger. Interesting. Okay, gentlemen. I'm gonna go do the really shitty annoying cave now. Hello, Microzoic. Alright, let's see. I did turn off HDR. Do I see any difference? No, I mean, it still looks dark as shit. I can't see fucking anything. Can I do something in the NVIDIA control panel? Or maybe the NVIDIA app? Like, it's just so fucking dark, man. I guess I could... I don't want the NVIDIA overlay. Hold on, let me update my drivers. Let's see if that does something. I can see more on the stream, but still not very much. Yeah, dude, it's just really fucking dark, dude. NVIDIA control panel, desktop color settings, adjust gamma a bit. Alright, I'll give it a try. Because, like, I get the caves are supposed to be dark, but this is substantially darker than what it was 2 days ago. All right, let it cook, gentlemen. Yeah, patch 1.02 probably fucked with something. I don't know how, but it probably did. Come on, drivers. I believe in you. I can't get a lamp until Liurnia. So I gotta do this without the fucking lamp. Ugh. Hello. I know I can get the lantern per the rules. I'm not taking Liurnia side path. Yes, I get it. Well, actually, did you know if you read the fucking rules? Yeah, man. Okay. No, well, like... All right. No, this... Okay. Okay. All right. Something's broken. Listen, I tell you what, it's not fucking dark anymore, man. I'll tell you that much. Can't just hot swap drivers while the game is running. Watch me, Lionin. Watch me fucking do it. All right, let's see. Let's see if that did something. Okay, we're back up here. No, it still looks pretty fucking dark. Although, I don't know, maybe... No, it's still pretty fucking dark. All right, hold on. Let's see. Let's take a peek. Adjust video color settings. Okay, that's not doing anything. Or maybe I need to click apply. Alright. I'm not seeing this do anything. Adjust video image settings. I don't know, dude. This doesn't seem to have what I'm looking for. Alright, this is just like not doing anything. Gentlemen, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Okay, that did something. I can see shit now. I can see shit. Okay, what about gamma? Should I do gamma instead? I truthfully don't know what the difference is between brightness and gamma. Dude, I'm telling you though, this is like some sort of fucking game render setting though. Cuz this is like, well, okay, I mean, I guess like this is kind of how it looks. Okay, out of curiosity. This is really quite bright now. Out of curiosity. Shit does look really quite washed out, but I'm curious what it looks like outside. Okay, maybe like that. Like this looks reasonable. Still looks a little washed out. If I go back to in-game brightness now. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want these caves to be much darker than this, man. Alright, let me go with that. I don't know why this is doing that, but whatever. It's fine. Because when you can't see anything in this cave, it's fucking devastating, man. Is adjusting brightness in the spirit of the challenge? Yes, because I literally can't turn my brightness up enough in-game for it to be as visible as the game wants me to have it. I literally cannot turn the brightness slider up high enough to be able to see the things that it's designed for me to see. I don't know why. The game just decided to make itself way too fucking dark. Like, before I just changed that, this image on the right side, I couldn't see it at all. And you're supposed to be able to see it. Oh god, dude. It looks fucking bad, though. It seems like it's got, like, some HDR shit on, man. That's what it seems like. Okay, are the colors, like, super shifted now? Wait, dude, what the fuck just happened? What? Dude, all I did was change the fucking... the same settings, man! I see. That's why. It's because I went to the green-only channel. Digital vibrance. Hell yeah, man. Look at that shit. All right. Advanced graphic settings, ambient occlusion off. Alright. I don't know what ambient occlusion does. I don't see it. Is that SSAO? It probably is. I see. Okay, gentlemen, I'm not going to lie to you that figuring out what this boss is mild cheating, so I'm just going to queue it immediately. Hello? Really? Okay. All right. Okay, this next catacomb isn't exactly dark, so it won't be a good test. But I suppose I could actually go back here and just see if that did something. No. No, it didn't. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a game render setting. Because the outer world looks perfectly bright and normal. Like, it's not like the whole game looks darker. I need to spend these runes. It's just the caves are super turbo dark. Yeah, dude, I feel like it's got to be some fucky HDR shit. Dude, this fucking added gamma just looks so bad. I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it. Alright, and then we're just gonna pray that something fixes itself again. am I going next? Could go here. Ray tracing could be the issue. It sometimes makes the shadows way too aggressive. Yeah, I turned ray tracing off too. Maybe I need to turn ray tracing back on. Maybe that's the tech. Maybe that's the tech, dude. You just fucking keep changing shit until something works. At 100 tries will I start using Memory of Grace? No? I've explained it many times, gentlemen. I feel as if mogging out of boss arenas is against the spirit of the rules. So I don't do it. That got a stagger? Why did that get a stagger on an abductor virgin? That's not supposed to happen. Not without lightning damage. It's because the particular abductor is a little bitch baby. It's true. You look broken, Bushy. What just happened? Thanks, man. Oh my god. being nerfed, Sonaf's doing some juice damage. Yeah, I mean, Sonaf is alright. They didn't nerf Sonaf into the ground. And then with Rolana's cameo, it's actually probably pretty good. Should do the fire damage. Crazy amount of health on this rune bear. Okay. All right, no keys. Let's go get some keys. Random question, Bush, but what are your feelings on Rolana's twin blades as a weapon? They're really bad. They've got just about everything that you can have working against you all in a single weapon. Allow me to elaborate. Power stancing by and large is a huge downside to any build. And those ones are not mandatory power stanced, but like you either one-hand them or you power stance them. There's no two-handing. So that is quite a big downside. And if you're using that weapon, you would assume that you want to use them power stanced, because why the fuck would you use that weapon and then proceed to just use the right or left-hand weapon? Like it just doesn't. Like that's really trolling. So the power stance moveset is going to be really long, and then it has the huge downside of doing 2 separate hits, which means going through twice as much flat resistance, which is really quite bad. It's why it can be somewhat deceiving when you look at its AR, because the AR on it, on the weapon, is really fucking high. The AR on Rolana's twin blades is super high. And it can make you be like, oh Jesus, that's got to be like best in slot, because it just does so much damage. But part of the reason why it's so high is because it's mandatory power stanced. So since it does 2 instances of damage, it goes through twice the amount of flat resistance. So it needs extra AR to compensate for that. And then in addition to that fact, the way that like power stanced AR, ooh, hold on. I could max upgrade this. Let's do that. Very nice. Yeah, this is going to be really nice. In addition to that fact, it can seem as if like it can be misleading and make it appear. Can I get enough runes? Let's find out. Because this is a really good weapon. Gotta hold the Fire Scorpion charm. Don't need these anymore. I guess I don't really need that anymore either, right? Nice. And cold attunement. Beautiful. Plus 25 cold attunement before we're out of Limgrave. That's really good. Okay, let's have a discussion. So like during one of my all weapons runs, it did prompt somebody to actually me in my YouTube comments for the run, calling Rolana's Twin Blades very good because the AR is best in class. But below that, there was actually a lot of people doing better analysis of weapons, and pointing out that power stanced AR, like let's say Rolana's Twin Blades has 1,000 AR and same stats Milady has like 700 AR, because that's probably like apples to apples. With a power stance moveset, you can be led to believe that you're like doing 1,000 AR on the motion values of the power stance moveset. So like your power stance moveset, each hit is going to be less damage. The motion values are going to be worse because that's just how it works. All right, I am heavy, but we've got a really strong weapon, and I can't really fix it, so it's going to be fine. Okay, hold on. Let's kill the boss and lock in. We're about to have plenty of talking time. Cool. Ow. What a weapon, huh? Okay. And I lied. We're not actually about to have a bunch of talking time because we're going to do Stormveil. But, like, you could look at that 1,000 AR on, Rolana's Twin Blades and be like, oh, okay, so I'm doing 1,000 AR, but I'm doing the power stance moveset. So my motion values are going to be like 65 and 65 or whatever they are for power stance moveset. So you're like, okay, well, I've got more AR. And that's pretty good. And it's like compensated by the fact that I am using the power stance moveset instead. But that's not how it works. Because dual weapons like that, their AR is a sum of the two individual weapons' AR. So Rolana's Twin Blades 1,000 AR is more realistically like 500 AR left hand, 500 AR right hand. Okay? So you get 500 AR in your right hand, and then that gets the power stance motion value of like 65, and then you get 500 AR in your left hand, and that gets a power stance motion value of like 65. So you're just doing really fucking bad damage, just right off rip, right? And like, if you think about it, it makes sense, because obviously the magic AR is not applying to the fire sword, and obviously the fire AR is not applying to the magic sword. But the way that the AR and like the stats page presents itself, it could lead you to believe that it's more competitive than it actually is. But when you're comparing the AR of Rolana's Twin Blades, like realistically, to do apples to apples, you literally have to like cut it in half to compare it to the next best light greatsword. Because that's what it is. It's a sum of two weapons. It's not one weapon. And then if you do that, it's just like, it's nowhere close. Like, not even in the realm of viability. Oh, I'm fat.
Warrior blood must truly run in my veins. Tarnished. I shall remember thee, tarnished.
And then the secondary factor beyond power stancing, but to be clear, the fact that it's a paired weapon with mandatory power stancing is the biggest downside. The second factor beyond that is that its AR is also inflated quite a bit by the fact that it does 3 different damage types. So, if you take a look at something like Milady, and you have a physical attunement on it, you do 1 damage type with 1 weapon, which means you go through flat defenses once. Right? With R'Lana's twin blades, you have a left-hand weapon that does split damage and a right-hand weapon that does split damage. Which means you go through flat defenses 4 times. 4 times. And that's not good. So you have a bad move set with really bad AR. Yeah, and like that's, I mean, that's the 2 like fundamental factors of how you judge a weapon. It's got a bad move set with really bad AR. Like you can't really recover from that. It's just bad. There's nothing redeeming. Okay, so I am fat. I did remember the mistakes of last time of getting overloaded in the courtyard. I think we just send this shit. We must go, gentlemen. We must go. Oh. Yeah, we must really go. Godric, soldier of Godric. Chilling perfume bottle. You know, at least I'm mid-load now. You know? At least there's that. But that's also why AR as a comparison tool is really misleading. Because there's all sorts of factors that really skew AR one way or the other. And if you simply look at AR and use that as your one determining factor between which weapon is good or bad, you're going to look at something like R'Lana's Twin Blades and think it's top tier. And you're going to look at something like Iron Balls and think it's bottom tier. Like, you're just going to end up completely backwards. Oh yeah, I should talk to Gostock for sure.
What happened? Oh, he got what I tell you though. He had.
Okay. Nothing important. But I'm sure that's a big rant and explanation that I'm going to go on whenever we do roll split damage paired weapons in the all weapon series.
Surprised, no matter why.
It's also a somber weapon, and believe it or not, somber weapon is a huge downside. Flame spear. That's nice. The value proposition of somber weapons is fast and easy to upgrade with minimal build crafting required. It means that they're good early, and they're good if you don't know what's going on, you know? But a DLC somber weapon, like, it's just got a super, super hard uphill battle. Like, it's got to really have something going on to rationalize taking that over a smithing weapon that you could put, like a great katana that you could put Savage Lion's Claw on. For example, with the exact attunement that fits your stats to a T, you know? Like, smithing weapons are king late game, somber weapons are king early game. That's because Ashes of War are one of the best ways of scaling late game, whereas upgrades, weapon upgrades, are one of the best ways of scaling early game. Isn't Dragon Hunter's Great Katana one of the best weapons in the game, or have I been led astray? There's almost no situation in which I would call Dragon Hunter's Great Katana better than regular Great Katana. The one possible exception to that is, like, Senesax, or Ancient Dragons in general. Because Dragon Hunter's Great Katana has a move set designed around that boss fight pretty particularly. But no, Dragon Hunter's Great Katana is definitely not one of the best weapons in the game. It's best in slot, maybe, for like one fight. I need to be getting a different weapon here. Good versus dragons, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I guess, I suppose, like, here's the thing. Here's why I'm not super high on Dragon Hunter's Great Katana. It can make hitting the heads of all types of dragons a lot easier. The thing is, that's not the biggest challenge on anything that's not an ancient dragon. That's not the biggest challenge on regular bastard stars. Alright. That's not the biggest challenge on regular dragons. However, kind of in the same vein as what I was saying, how somber weapons are good if you don't know what's going on. If you don't really know how to fight regular dragons, it can open up a lot wider damage windows for you, where you can get away with pressing the L2 and have it make sense. You know? We want to go to other merchant. But even then, Dragon Hunter's Great Katana is not amazing. Like, it's... For real, its biggest use case is making up for a lack of fighting knowledge against dragons. That's its biggest use case. Which is why I don't rate it super highly. It's good. But I wouldn't call it great. I wouldn't call it... Oh, hello. I wouldn't call it top tier. All right. It's not just about hitting Dragon's head, it also does extra damage to them, doesn't it? Yes, it has a unique buff that makes it do extra damage to them, but a really solid way of doing more damage is by doing more damage. That's something that gets lost in the sauce often when people are evaluating weapons. It's why bleed and status in general is so overrated. People are very willing to sacrifice their direct damage for the sake of getting gimmicks like bleed, because it does extra damage. The dragon buff is also something that I would categorize in the same vein, where you get a buff on your Dragon Hunter's Great Katana, which makes you do 20% more damage to dragons, and all you have to pay for it is well over 20% in AR compared to your next best option. Like... Rakshasas is definitely not better than regular Great Katana. Rakshasas has less of a use case than Dragon Hunters does. Listen, here's the deal, chat. Here's the deal. Taking proper advantage of Ash of War attunements and stat spreads is really, really strong. And it's very underutilized because, truthfully, it's just complicated. Knowing what you're supposed to level and what attunement is good and where the cutoff thresholds are and how you should be leveling and how that relates to your weapon choice and how that relates to your attunement choice. All really complicated. And not explained by the game at all. But it's a system that is so much more powerful than any somber weapon is going to be providing to you. You know? Weapon attunements are just too damn strong for a vast majority of somber weapons to overcome. Am I fat? No. Oh, I rolled in the poison. Damn it. Somber weapons, would you say, do overcome smithing weapons besides, like, Blasphemous Blade? I mean, I wouldn't take Blasphemous Blade over... I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Subject to change depending on the all-weapons run. I can't imagine there's a single S-tier weapon in the entirety of Elden Ring. Sorry, S-tier somber weapon in the entirety of Elden Ring. The only ones that really got a chance, I think, are like Dark Moon Greatsword. Hard to think of any others that could even think about it. Alright, nice little one cycle. Crucible Feather Talisman. Alright, that one's 30%, but we must go. I'm confused how would Death's Poker not be S tier. Death's Poker is the most optimistic, highest damage output in the game. The problem it runs into is that it's unusable against most bosses. If you go watch the Death's Poker speedruns, you'll see how often they have to rely on something that's not Death's Poker to make Death's Poker do anything. You'll see how often they need to be abusing something else that is super strong at stance breaking. Because Death's Poker is nowhere close to the whole package. Death's Poker is terrible at everything except slamming out damage in wide damage windows. Death's Poker is the most specialized weapon and can't be anywhere close to S tier for that reason. The pizza cutter has to be up there? What are you talking? The pizza cutter is terrible. Pizza cutter is an awful weapon. Fairly sure why you and Ain Run did your no-hit run used Rajers to stance break before cooking them. Yeah, exactly. Death's Poker is very good at slamming out damage when you have a wide damage window presented to you. It's very bad at everything else. Its moveset sucks. And its AR is pretty bad. Okay, injured Black Knife Assassin. Fucking heavy again, man. Two-handed. Nice. Why is Latenna dead? What about Moonveil? Moonveil is... I can only describe Moonveil as pure Mandela effect. That weapon's bad. There's a lot of people that think Moonveil is good, but it's just bad. Can't Mirai's Greatsword be close to S tier? Mirai's Greatsword runs into the Death's Poker problem. In that it's really only good when you have wide damage windows presented to you. And so it's to a lesser degree for sure, but also Mirai's ceiling is lower, and honestly, you need a more specific build for Mirai's than you do for Death's Poker. Death's Poker still requires a super specific build, but with Mirai's, it's even more particular. It's even more picky. Moonveil may be overrated, but it's definitely not bad. I feel like it's pretty likely that Moonveil is in the bottom half of weapons. Dude, fucking roll, man. Godslayer is definitely not up there. No. Listen, for you guys to say that something's like in the conversation for S tier, you're gonna have to seriously tell me that it's better than smithing weapons in the same weapon category. And Godslayers, no, absolutely not. Okay. Godslayers has nice ash effect, nice damage over time. It doesn't. It objectively does not. Listen, I understand everything's personal preference. You get one black flame tick, which is the equivalent of 2%. 2% of a health bar. If this was on something like Claws, where you're hitting every half second, yeah, we'd be having a different conversation. But we're talking about a colossal greatsword. If you're using a colossal greatsword and you're in a position where 2% of the opponent's health bar is seriously a big deal, you're fucking up. You know? Like, we're talking about a colossal... These are supposed to be chunking, not fucking diddling them, you know? Like, that's not what the fucking weapon class does. If I learn anything from this debate, it's smithing is greater than somber. Yeah, I mean, smithing weapons, by and large, have a higher ceiling than somber weapons do. That's why somber weapons are good early game and smithing weapons are good late game. Somber weapons upgrade faster, smithing weapons scale better. So by the time... Once a somber weapon reaches its max upgrade level, smithing weapons are only going to catch up and surpass them after that point. If they weren't already ahead. Almost none of the straight swords are that good anyway. What's their best in class? Well, I can guarantee it's not a somber weapon. Do you know why? Because you want square off, gentlemen. If you're using a somber weapon, you ain't getting square off. Flame skewer, I'll take that.
Is not all thing.
Claws of Night damages nuts. Maybe it has a chance to be S tier. can be. You know, it's really good, but like, I gotta imagine an occult-attuned hook claws, raptor's talons, venomous fang. I gotta imagine that's better. It's close, though. It's close. It's closer, G-King, for sure. But I gotta imagine the occult attunement just matters too much. Lightning Scorpion. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Where do I want to go to next? Oh, I didn't do this Deathbird. You know, for daggers, Reduvia is probably the best dagger in the game. However, I would struggle to say, despite it being best in slot for the weapon class, I don't think it's a good enough strategy to be an S-tier strategy. I mean, listen, again, I reserve the right to change my opinion. Because I'm literally going to beat the game with all of these weapons. But I just can't imagine... I can't imagine that's strong enough to actually end up S tier. I've heard a lot of people really throating Urge Steel Dagger. I've never personally loved it, but, you know, we will see. All right. Why does he fucking always send his fire breath in a weird direction, man? It's nice that I'm medium load. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. No audio sucks. Okay. Ow. Okay. Very nice, gentlemen. Only thing you need, flame art attunement and uncharged heavy spam with multi-hit buffs. There's so less weapons are better at over DPS. Brother, I got no idea what the fuck the message you just typed is. I can't tell what your opinion is. About Alablaster? No. Maybe, but no, I don't think so. I don't think so. What am I doing? I'm checking keys. Okay, I don't have enough. Like, every single one of these somber weapons runs into pretty severe scaling problems. Where you get it upgraded really quickly because it's a somber weapon, and it's great because it's over-leveled. And then you get to the end game, and you can't get attunements, and you can't level your stats enough to make it compete with the smithing weapons. And I don't think Alablaster's an exception to that. Occult is broken. Well, Occult is broken on some things, but even beyond that, Heavy is broken and Keen is broken. And if you're really high level, Quality's broken. Or Occult again. Like, it's not just one specific attunement, it's the fact that these attunements make your weapons amazing. That's what makes smithing weapons so good. You gotta choose the right one and level correctly. Blood-sucking, huh? Club. I saw the prompt pop up for a second. Alright, there we go. Radigan's Scar Seal. Okay, not a bad time to get it. Most somber weapons are S tier till you finish 2/3 of the game and then the fall begins. It's not 2/3. Especially after DLC launch, it's definitely not 2/3. Somber weapons out-level smithing weapons until you beat, like, Godskin Duo at the latest, which means 2 Great Runes, DTS, Goldfree, Morrigat, Fire Giant, Godskin Duo. You get 4 remembrances in, and your smithing weapons are caught up. And if you want them to be caught up earlier than that, you can very easily get them to comparable level by the time that you're 2 Great Runes in. Like, you get to capital, and you've got a very high level, both somber and smithing weapon, if you want it. Oh, I needed to, attune my club. Not taking advantage of my smithing weapon, gentlemen. Although, I'll R1 spam and use the roar. Alright, cold attunement. But yeah, somber weapons are just like really overrated in the zeitgeist because speedruns want to use them because you get them to max power faster. They're flashier, right? So, like, a lot of people think they're more fun. But they're really... Okay, let's lock in. They're really... generally worse. Like, on French Challenge here, there's... Assuming I've got, like, something to build my smithing weapon, which, if you're playing a non-randomizer version of the game, you do. You've got a... Oh, I popped a blood-sucking. I need to not do that. Like, glintstone wet blade or a cold ash of war, I want a smithing weapon early on. And then eventually I want a heavy attunement later on. You know, there's not a point at which I'm happier with a somber weapon than I am with a smithing weapon. Now, granted, French Challenge does normalize upgrade levels, which takes away the somber weapon's biggest advantage, the fact that you upgrade it faster. But I feel like that kind of illustrates my point. You know, like, somber weapons are only good because you upgrade them faster. They're not good because they're good. Get what I'm saying? Like, fuck, second sacred tier, dude. Somber weapons are a lot like frozen pizzas. It's true. Gentlemen, I'll happily eat a frozen pizza most nights. I will. It'll taste good. Will it be the best pizza I've ever had? No. This is an excellent analogy. But it'll be good. And I'll want to do it because it's so damn fast to make. Great. Looks like an ulcerated tree spirit. Warfrost Stomp should be good here. I will happily take that. Okay, I'd really like... Hello. Somebody's ringing my doorbell. Too bad. I'm locked the fuck in. Oh, God. I'm not going to be able to get that reposed. Nice. Boys, it's a fucking salesman in flip-flops, man. Fucking salesman in flip-flops. Absolutely not. Gentlemen, if you're a salesman and you're wearing fucking flip-flops, dude, I'm not buying anything. Not buying a single fucking thing. Wear some boots like a man. What are we talking about fucking flip-flops, man? Holy. Bet he's riding one of them stupid fucking one-wheels with his flip-flops, dude. Is he on a Segway? I can't tell. My camera doesn't have an angle on it. I bet he is, though. I bet he is. Using flip-flops and Crocs for everyday life is goofy. I wear Crocs outside. Crocs are probably the pair of shoes that I wear the most. I won't lie to you. But gentlemen, I ain't trying to get people to buy shit. That's the big difference. Gentlemen, if people look at me and think I'm a goofy little goober, that's great. Because the reality is, I'm a goofy little goober. I play video games most of my day. You know? I'm not a serious person. But you know, if you're trying to be a serious person and take some serious money from me, Butte Sword Key, we can go do that. I believe it was Godskin Duo. Probably a good time to do it right now because we got a really good build on. You know, if you're a serious person and trying to take some serious money from me, don't be wearing no fucking flip-flops, man. Jesus. Godskin Duo was last run. I don't remember what was in over here this time. Not a serious person unless someone says katanas are the best weapon class. No, exactly. That's the point. I invest way too much effort into arguing about the viability of video game weapons. This is not a serious activity for a serious person, you know? This is a fake goober activity for a goofy little goober such as myself. Rotten Hammer, we must go. We certainly must, Scott. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Appreciate you. Consort Amelia, I'm Mr. Tier 1. This is the run, Mr. Streamer Man, because you will remember to ignore chat and run through everything. Exactly. You got it. You understand. Theme music, thank you for the Prime. Emperor of Dragons. Thank you for the Tier 1. Thanks for the amazing streams and great content as always. We must go. True. Kmar with the Prime. Jim Ross with the Prime. We must go. True. Zill9. Bushy Bust, best merch. Thank you for the Tier 1. Omen. And Lucas with the Tier 1s. Thank you, guys. Oh, I didn't get the item. Whoopsie. It was Tongue Boy. Do I have Rod on him? I think I do. It's overridden by the Frost effect. Okay. All right. Okay. I think Elden Ring will get a second DLC, a sequel, or will FromSoft move on to the next game? You know, I hope whatever happens is whatever Michael Zaki wants to happen. That's my hope. Holy fucking hitbox, goddamn. Because I know that Katakawa was really heavily pressuring for more Elden Ring related stuff. And I think we all know that Michael Zaki is not a big fan of sequels. So, I simply hope that the creative vision is there and it's not some corporate contract shit. Not a fan of sequels yet. They made 2 Dark Souls sequels. Well, Michael Zaki made 1 Dark Souls sequel, and that's because the first Dark Souls sequel was so far off from what he wanted that he felt like he needed to go back and fix it. They're going to be under so much pressure due to the movie. What, From Software is? Does From Software own the Elden Ring IP? I mean, it's not like they're producing the movie. Or does Katakawa own the IP? I don't know. I mean, Katakawa probably owns, like, the movie and, like, TV rights. Is my guess. But FromSoft makes video games. If the Elden Ring movie completely flops, it's not like FromSoft's going to close down. Because I believe the movie's a Katakawa thing. Can I use this yet? No, not yet. If the movie performs good and gets broad recognition, maybe From gets more pressure to do more Elden Ring content. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that that depends on how much of From Software gets bought out. Because if enough of it gets bought out, and then all of a sudden a board of shareholders is deciding what's happening, that would suck. Movie is an independent film studio thing. Oh yeah, it's getting made by A24. But I imagine... Yeah, I don't know how that works. Maybe they're just paying a licensing fee to FromSoft, and that's it. Shid and Fard. Alright, that's not good. How the fuck is that not a backstab? I'm perplexed. Okay, boys. I do have a concert to go to tonight, gentlemen. That was not originally on the plans, but I learned this morning that I'm apparently going to a concert. So, gentlemen, I gotta queue out. I gotta queue out and get ready for it. Okay, gentlemen. Okay, gentlemen. Thank you guys for watching. Yep, we'll be streaming tomorrow. We will be continuing this run. Because we got this one started. Let's see. Let's go see if Rathu's streaming. Although I think Ryan, yeah, Ryan's done 6 of his 12 days for averaging 75 viewers for Twitch partner. I think he needs another 6 next month, but I'm not exactly sure how that works. So if you guys could hang out and watch Ryan do his best to one-shot Elden Ring bosses, I would appreciate it. Gentlemen, I will see you tomorrow, okay? Okay. Thanks for watching. See you guys then. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye.